Hey friend, Roger Christofferson here again with another overview. I really wanted to babble about WASP's new, they're calling it the 7 Savage, and this one's called the second edition box, mainly I guess because it's being released on CD. I was really waiting for this and excited about it. I didn't want the just the record, the vinyl, because I don't really listen to vinyl much anymore. It's not that I don't like vinyl, it's just that it's not as easy. I can't listen to vinyl when I'm driving around. It's just, I'm sorry, it just is what it is. I like the sound of vinyl, it's just not as convenient, and I can't listen to it as many places. So I really wanted, this set, and I'm diving into it, and I'm reading up on it, and trying to decide if it was really worth getting or not, and that's where I'm at right now. So basically, when I'm talking about an overview of this, then I'll explain my dilemma, and it's a little bit different. It's not quite a review, because cat out of the bag, I did not buy this, and I'll explain why. It's cool. I want to have this. It's got the first 5 studio albums, which I love. I absolutely love the first 4, let's put it that way. And Live in the Raw is a cool live album. I'm not sure how live all of it is, but I just got that remastered or something. I can't remember even what it was. I just remember listening to it a couple years ago. That sounded great. I've gotten all the reissues of the first 3, actually 4. I've got the re-idolized, Crimson Idol. I already have all that. And on all those reissues, all these bonus songs that are on disc 8, I have all of those songs. They're on all of those. And those reissues sound amazing. So basically, I would be buying this to get the 60-page booklet, which really looks good. It looks like it's really in depth. It looks like it covers a lot. I've seen a couple other people talking about it. And it's got a half-speed remaster. I'll be quite honest with you, I've heard some other half-speed remasters from other artists that didn't sound all that different. I'm not going to say they didn't sound better or worse, but I've heard other artists who have done this, and I haven't noticed a huge difference, or even any difference in some cases. The reissues I have of these albums sound great. Like the first 3 albums, I fell in love with this band. I mean, I don't know why. It's probably because they had that reputation. You weren't supposed to listen to them. The PMRC, was out at that time. The song "Animal" was being banned. Of course, that just made all me and my friends want to run out and buy this even more. I remember I had to sing "I Want to Be Somebody" in a band because our singer bailed at the last minute and wouldn't sing it. And somehow, in my head, I thought I could do it, and it wasn't good, but I did it. The Flame. Great song. I mean, LOVE Machine, the video for that, holy moly. Even Sleeping in the Fire, that was a ballad, but it was heavy. And that song's heavy. That's just all those songs. I just remember hearing them, and then I know they changed members a few times here too. But Blacking and Chris Holmes just were, it's an amazing combo. I actually just watched the movie Mean Man, Chris Holmes documentary, just about a week ago, and that was depressing. That was really depressing. It just kind of stinks how things worked out for him and the band. And it's not the movie I thought that was going to be. So if you go into it expecting it to be a happy, joyful kind of, going down through the history of his life, it does that a little bit. But man, it's kind of depressing. But yeah, disc 2, they switched up. I think if I'm not mistaken, that's when Blackie switched back to guitar from bass. And Wild Child, all these songs. I just remember listening to all those first 3 albums. But then the big change for me was, the Headless Children. I remember hearing that, and I believe Frankie McNally played drums on that album. And I'm a huge Who fan. Like, The Who was my favorite band, and their cover of The Real Me was the bass part. I mean, he nailed it. He did that song justice. I have to admit, he did really well. And just the sound of the band changed on this one. I always thought they always had a unique style where they had a cool little riff and just held out the chords, and they had a cool melody over the top. They didn't do a whole lot. Every song had like the same idea. They had just stuck to like one little riff and just nothing more than just a couple different chord changes, not a whole lot of riffs going on throughout the verses, and then like the main riff would come back in. That's a kind of majority of their songs did that. And then when they got to the Headless Children, they changed the style completely of how they wrote songs, and really changed it on the Crimson Idol. The Crimson Idol is still to this day is not quite caught with me quite yet. I've listened to it several times, and for whatever reason, that one just hasn't really connected with me yet. It's still, got this cool WASP sound, but went off into quite a different direction. That was their, theme album, whatever, concept album, and they've redid it, and then the remake of it didn't even connect with me after that. But so I mean, I've loved all this stuff my whole entire life. I remember since I was a kid, I've loved WASP. Whatever it is, it's something about being a kid. I know they've done studies on this. Whatever you hear as a kid is kind of what you will always love. Even though you can expand your horizons, you'll always like really love that stuff that you first got into music with. And this is like one of those bands I first got into music with. So that's just, I guess it's just always going to be that way. As far as all these bonus songs go, I've heard them all. I actually have these on I have not just the real releases that I have, but there's bootlegs and other albums out there that have all the stuff on it already. A couple of these are not good. That's just the bad part about it. A few really fit Blackie's voice really well, like Mississippi Queen, the cover song. The original Locomotive Breath is a little strange. Didn't care for Whom the Bell Tolls, and I did not like their cover of When the Levee Breaks, but all the rest of them were kind of good. The recording quality on a few of these was not top notch, but it was cool having it. So I don't know. I'm probably not going to end up buying this ever, but I would love to hear from anybody who's heard it, the Half-Speed Masters. Is it really worth hearing? Is it worth the price? It's like $250, $300. So if it's worth it, maybe I'll get it, but I haven't even had a chance to find any place where you can like stream this or get a quick listen or anything. So this is up to you guys. Tell me what you think. If you've heard the remasters, if they're good or not. I think the reissues they did here just a few years ago, I can't remember what label it was on that they did it, but sound really good, and it has all the bonus stuff on them. So if you get those, you got everything except the booklet at that point. But I don't know. Tell me what you think, what you guys think of WASP, all that fun stuff. Like, share, and subscribe to keep this music alive, because I really love this band. I'd like to hear some actually new stuff. I don't think they've done much in quite a while. I'd love to hear Chris Holmes actually get back together with Black again, but I don't think that's going to happen. From what I understand, read and saw in the movie there, I don't think that's ever going to happen. But we can all dream. So anyway, until next time, we will see you.